Our next guest has truly set the gold standard. She is an incredible, innovative art teacher from Arizona, and she re-engaged her students in the pandemic by bringing the outside world of art and nature straight to her students' screens. In the last year, she's taken her 400 students on over 40 virtual field trips.
Wow.
Now, this is a person I want to have this discussion with.
Yes.
Please welcome the amazing teacher, Candace Green.
Hi, Candace.
Hi. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Well, can I ask what gave you the idea to do this? Because I was reading that, kind of like 40% of your students at one point were attending. They probably felt disengaged. The pandemic was starting. Everybody was freaking out. What gave you the idea to do this? Because now you have complete engagement with your students.
Yes. So, in the first quarter of the school year, it was really difficult. I have over 400 students, and only about 40% of my students were showing up on a regular basis to the virtual classroom. And the ones that did show up, they were not turning their cameras on. They wouldn't unmute and talk. They wouldn't even type in the chat. So I would just be talking to myself for 45 minutes, and then they weren't turning in assignments. And in the regular classroom, every year, my favorite thing to do is to go on field trips. I love field trips. I love exposing my kids to the arts around them. And I write many grants every year. And I just thought, wow, what about this opportunity that I have that it's easier to do field trips this way and still expose my students, and hopefully will engage them and make them want to come into the virtual classroom. So I started these live virtual field trips.
I love that. I mean, just think about, that's the innovation we're talking about, where, we could have been so limited with what we've been through, but you've taken this technology and really just changed the game. You've taken over 40 trips, traveled hundreds of miles. I know you get results. The kids are totally engaged, right?
Oh, absolutely. My numbers now, I went from 40% of students to showing up to 99% of my students.
That's it. Amazing. Right? That's phenomenal.
You put together art kits to engage your students in like a more hands-on kind of way. Can you tell us about those?
Sure. I knew that while we were at home, these students wouldn't have access to art supplies like they would have if we were in the classroom. So I wanted to be able to give each of my students supplies. So I started asking for donations on Facebook and gathering supplies, and I wanted to give each kid a kit. So right now I'm at 380 kits, and my goal is 400. So all my students will be able to get art supplies. So I've got 20 more to go.
Well, your generosity of time, spirit, and energy has certainly made a huge difference in the lives of these students, and our friends at Uli want to help you finish those kits. So they're going to send you $9,000 worth of art supplies. Red paint, colored pencils.
Well, thank you.
Candace, $9,000. You inspired this company to do that.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh.
I am so grateful for what you do, because I do think that getting people interested in the arts is not sort of the easiest thing to do sometimes. And the fact that you decided to see 40% interest in online virtual learning. I'm a parent. I saw my kids too. They couldn't get engaged. They were struggling. And I was struggling as a parent. And so for you to see this discrepancy and try to make it interesting, to try and rope them back in and harness them and get them reignited, that's what you did, Candace. It's amazing.
It is.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for what you do. And thank you to Uli.
Hey.
Yes.
Love you, Uli. I love you. Thank you.
Amazing. I just think about in a time when we were literally locked down, you just showed your kids the world. And I think that is amazing what you did, Candace. So
Ross,
thank you.
that was perfectly put.
Well, she did it. Thank you.
Thank you, Candace. And I really hope that what you did continues to inspire other people. May we keep expanding each other's horizons. When you think you're limited, Ross is right. You showed the possibilities.
Thank you.
Thank you, Candace Green.